This is the message I heard, that I know evil is still walking.
The merciful, the one God to whom all praise is due, the Lord of all the worlds. We thank him over and over again for what he has done to bear witness to the greatness of himself. What he has done that allows us to testify to his greatness, that there is no God but the one God, the creator of it all. And we are grateful to be the supreme beings of his creation. May I say it again? There are no creatures superior to the human being. The human being is the supreme of the creatures of God. In fact, the Bible calls us the glory of God. But all of us have fallen short of the glory of God and have not measured up to what God created us to be. Satan has made sure and has done his job, but his time is up. We thank Allah for all of his prophets and messengers and the scriptures which they brought. We thank him for Moses and the Old Testament Israelite prophets. We thank him for Jesus and the gospel.
The spirit of evil, I keep telling you, it's walking this earth along with the Most High. This platform has gotten uglier and uglier and uglier. And I'm not going to let Satan snatch my soul. I warn the youth, but be careful of what you let in your ears. Be careful of what you let in your eyes. This is all coming to an end. I'm not talking about people on Facebook. I'm not talking about people that take this stuff seriously. I'm talking about what's going to happen on this earth. It's all coming to an end. No, we're not going to burn. As the Most High said, and also in the book of Enoch, that he would not drown this earth again, that he would place one foot on and it would be a flame, a fire. It's a metaphor of what's happening today. So I always say you have to break that Bible down. California is back on fire. The temperament of our youth is on fire. That's why it's so short. That's why they so quickly to run and grab a gun instead of sitting down and chopping it up. You see the chemtrails. Just look up. You see the chemtrails. You see what areas they're putting it in. They're coming back now in Chicago using garbage trucks to supposedly spray for mosquitoes. As a kid, they did that, and the smoke was so thick, even closing your windows, you still got that smoke. And us being kids, we would be stupid enough to be on our bikes riding behind it. But this was, quote unquote, to stop mosquito infestation in the area when the area was turning from all white to all black. You cannot pay attention to what is going on in this world, living in land, on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, and Instagram, the six-headed beast. Break that Bible down. When the six-headed beast raises its head, and boy has it risen. I take more pictures than I do video, and I got a picture of a cloud, and up under that cloud was a white horse, in the formation of a white horse. See, I can't get around like I want to. I don't stay up in the house and lay on YouTube. I'm out in the street. I'm out in the street with the little shorties, asking them what do they need, making deals with them. What you need? What you want? What can I do to keep you off of this corner, to keep you from laying up against this fence with all these older and some of them your age? What can I do? You got an Xbox? Yes, ma'am. What's your favorite game? I'll buy it. And every time I drive by, I shouldn't see you laying out here. Because even though you're not doing nothing, bullets don't have a name. So if I can say 1, 2, 3, I came on this platform attempting to do that, hoping that content creators would say, you know what, all this stuff that I'm doing right now, what am I leaving the future? What can they go back to years from now and look at and listen to? This world has changed. It's changed. Again, you all have lived through things that haven't happened in thousands of years. Thousands of years. And no one that I saw in this sector has spoken on what has happened, what has been prophesied in both Revelation and both the book of Enoch and by voyeurs, when the Most High, the Christ, said, I am a prophet and there will be more to come after me. But that fallen angel, that most bejeweled one, the most jealous one, the most greedy one, the one that had all the power and was given to him for so many years, because that most evil has no sex. It's how I can entice you. How can I get your spirit? So when that spiritual warfare comes about, which side are you going to be on? What deeds are you going to have left to say that you've done? I've seen shit you all have yet to see. And history repeats itself. This place called the United States is on her belly. There's a new empire that's about to rise. If you can't feel it, and I don't mean touching it, if you can't feel it within your spirit, then it'll just be like changing with the times. But you all have enough time. You have enough time. It all depends on how you use your time. It all depends on how much we unify and take those funds and use it for our people. We have 2 black banks, and the main black bank in Chicago is Seaway Bank. One prominent black bank. My family owned the Defender newspaper. But because young people don't value history and they don't value what it took to get that newspaper going, how to educate those from the South that were coming up north. See, young people today, they don't understand the history. So because division, yeah, the newspaper is still up and going. Yeah, so many stock is still held in the paper. Yes, family sits on the board, but it's coming out of Detroit now. That was a very, very long fight with that paper. Very long fight. Because it was left to the grandkids and not to the son. Robert Abbott took little or nothing and came up with a paper to educate those in the South, to form an alliance with the Pullman, to sneak that newspaper down south, because migration was happening north, where the jobs were at. So he used that newspaper to teach them how to dress, teach them how to speak, teach them how to act. That's not saying someone is beneath you. People that live down south act differently than people that live up north. That's a fact. People down south hold on more to rituals than people up north do. So it's not to downgrade anyone or to say someone doesn't have enough education. It's not that at all. As a matter of fact, blacks in the South in college had some of the best education. Because after the Holocaust and those Jews came to the United States, and they were hated just as much as black people were, they started teaching in black colleges. And they held those black college kids up to the standards. And they had the best teaching, the best. YouTube has categories. You can go into educational. You can listen to slave narratives. And maybe that might help some of you all. But again, my life will not be sitting here with babies that haven't experienced life, with babies that don't understand. You got to prepare now, financially, mentally, spiritually. Time doesn't go backwards, it goes forward. Preparation. I lived where the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad's house was, which is now the house of the Minister Farrakhan. So I live in Mecca. You all don't know what real hate is from your oppressor. You don't. Unless you're my age or older. You don't. And it sickened me to my stomach. I literally threw up when I came in this sector and saw the words that were being spoken. And some of them by those that are in their 50s. Some of those
SMS from +17082573836. Thank you.
And thank you for announcing it. So, you know, people that it's gonna be. I hope you all keep up with one another. And 10 or 15 years from now, go back to one another and see where your lives are at. I really do. See where your growth came from. How did you handle that growth? My name is not Judge. My name is not Judge. I am an individual of the human species that lives here on this planet called Earth. I speak what I see. I speak what my spirit feels. I don't sit up and try to dissect someone's mind and dissect a stranger to find out if they're true or not. I meet enough of them on the street. I know which ones to go forehead to forehead to exchange that energy from the pineal gland. Yes, that's what we do. Forehead to forehead to exchange that energy. I'm talking to people that I will never, ever meet in this life. Ever. Unless it's Allah's doing that we pass one another in my lifetime, in your lifetime. So, no, you didn't run me off. What you did is made me take a real good look and stand in that mirror and take a real good look at myself and go back and listen to my words and to humble myself and to apologize for allowing my spirit to be taken and to be tainted and to be lowered. Satan is something else. He's something else. It just showed me again, I need to build, 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 because I have a legacy I'm leaving behind, whose world I don't want to be. So if I gotta fight, scratch, claw, so
SMS from
then what I will have to do.
+17082573836. Thank you.
That's exactly what I have to do. Scratch, crawl, beat. So he has a better world. Again, I have no problem apologizing to anyone. I'm woman enough to say I am sorry for my words. I'm embarrassed of my words. That trust and believe I will be hook or crook. Somebody gonna have me on their back, and I will be up in the mosque. And I will meet with Sister Ava. I meet with a sister and pray. When I first walked in the mosque, the first person I met was Minister Ishmael, and our eyes locked. And that beautiful smile he had on his face, and that embrace, and that energy. That's also where I donate to the NOI. So I'm going to leave you all with Assalamu Alaikum. May your eyes begin to open. May you fight for the future. May you look back.
SMS from +17082573836.
This is
Thank
what
you.
happens when you're too lazy to read text messages you haven't read out to you. But I hope you take a look back when this new year comes in, and you're able to look back instead of partying. You take that time to look back and say, what have I accomplished from this time last year to this time? What have I done to make this a better world? What deeds have I done? Never went out for New Year's, ever. That's a sacred time for me. Never looked down on anyone, because what I had was snatched from me at one time, and I had to crawl and scratch to get back where I'm at now. And I know if I could do it, anybody out here could do it. And it doesn't have to take taken from your own people. And that was my only issue on here, is why are we doing this to one another? And that's what I'm going to be praying on, that answer comes to me. Why? Why are we becoming our own oppressor? Why are we putting one another down? Why is it that
SMS from
somebody thinks
+17082573836. Thank you.
if I come on here and somebody says my name, that now I'm in debt to them? I'm in debt? Never came on here for money. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and love. May this platform, and I'm going to claim it, within the next 5 to 10 years, make a complete turnaround. A complete turnaround. And all this hate turns into love.